Hey everyone, welcome back to Explore with Om. I'm Priya, and today we're diving into something that honestly I think we all feel but rarely talk about: digital fatigue. Om, you've been talking about this for years, right?
Yeah, Priya, it's one of those things that's everywhere, but kind of invisible. Most people think of digital fatigue as just screen time, but it's way more subtle than that. It's in those little moments, like when you pause before clicking, or you keep switching tabs, or you just abandon a task halfway through. Those are the real signals.
I totally relate. Last night, I caught myself bouncing between Instagram, WhatsApp, and some random news app, just like cycling through them. I wasn't even reading anything. It's almost like my brain was on autopilot and I felt more tired after. Is that what you mean by cognitive overload?
Exactly. That's cognitive overload in action. Our brains have a limited working memory, and when it's full, even simple stuff feels exhausting. The tricky part is you can't always see this in analytics. You have to look at behaviors, not just numbers. That's why I'm a big fan of contextual inquiry. Actually, watching how people interact, not just what they click.
So it's not just about tracking clicks or time spent, but like how people feel while they're using something. That's a big shift from the usual metrics, isn't it?
Yeah, and honestly, it's more human. Numbers are useful, but they don't tell you if someone's stressed or zoning out. That's where behavioral research comes in. It's about empathy, not just efficiency.
Okay, so let's talk solutions. I keep hearing about grayscale mode, like turning your phone black and white to make it less addictive. But isn't that just boring? Don't people just turn it off?
I get that a lot. And honestly, yeah, it's supposed to be a little boring. Grayscale is like a gentle nudge from your device saying, hey, maybe take a break. It's based on behavioral psychology. If you remove those bright, colorful triggers, you interrupt the habit loop. But the key is giving people control. Some apps let you set when grayscale kicks in, or just send a reminder. It's not about forcing. It's about offering a choice that's informed by data.
So it's more like a suggestion than a rule. I like that. But I mean, how do you convince business leaders to care about this stuff? Emotional sustainability sounds a bit fluffy, right?
Yeah, I've definitely had that pushback. The trick is to reframe it. Don't say calm, say user retention, trust, reduce churn. There's actually a psychological principle called the peak end rule. People remember how they felt at the most intense moment and at the end of an experience. If your product helps people feel in control and not burned out, they'll come back. That's good for business, not just for users.
That makes so much sense. And I guess it's not just for people with the latest gadgets, right? Like, what about folks in rural areas or places with low connectivity?
Absolutely. Digital fatigue isn't just an urban thing. In low-resource settings, we can use simple tools like SMS reminders to pause during long shifts or offline breathing exercises on basic phones, even creating tech-free zones in community centers. It's about meeting people where they are and designing for their version of fatigue. Mental rest is as essential as physical rest, no matter where you live.
I love that. Calm tech should be inclusive tech. It's not just a luxury. So, you've mentioned this idea of a digital nervous system. It sounds super sci-fi, but is it actually possible?
Honestly, parts of it are already here. Think about smartwatches. They track your heart rate, your stress levels. Some apps can even tell your mood from how fast you type or the tone of your voice. We're not that far from having tech that senses when you're stressed and adapts. Like maybe it reduces notifications or switches to night mode automatically. It's all about connecting one sensor to one UI change and then building from there.
That's wild. And, okay, I have to ask, what's the most futuristic thing you've seen or worked on in this space?
Right. Let me go a bit out there. Imagine a conscious companion, an AI that quietly watches your digital habits, your scrolling speed, even your posture. When it senses you're getting fatigued, it steps in. Maybe it suggests a break or switches your playlist to something calming or delays non-urgent emails. It's not just UX, it's designing for coexistence between tech and your nervous system. I actually worked on a fintech onboarding flow where we used biometric feedback. Like if someone's heart rate spiked, the interface would slow down, use simpler language, and offer a pause. It made a real difference in reducing stress.
That's amazing. I mean, it's not just about making things easier. It's about making them kinder. I think that's the future of design.
Yeah. And we're just getting started. The more we listen to people and their bodies, honestly, the better we can design for real well-being, not just engagement.
All right, Om, this has been such an eye-opener. Thanks for sharing your insights and, making the future feel a little less overwhelming.
Thanks, Priya. Always a pleasure. And if anyone wants to keep this conversation going, just find me on LinkedIn, Om Prakash Pandey. I love connecting with curious minds.
And to everyone listening, keep sending us your questions and stories. We're building this together. Until next time, pause, breathe, and remember, design is for humans, not just screens. See you soon, Om.
See you, Priya. Take care, everyone.